hearts and into our hearts with To Sir With Love. Kicked off her career singing for £1 a night in Scottish clubs. These days she can afford to flit across to New York for a frock if she feels like it, which is a long way from those streets of Glasgow. In Australia for the second time, first time in 1 or 2 years, let's talk to Lulu about fame, fortune and fun. Please welcome Lulu.
That was good.
Bring back some memories. Now, we were just talking earlier, it is 1 or 2 years ago since you were here.
It's about 20. Isn't that ridiculous? It's taking me so long. But it was, the journey then was slightly more off-putting than it is today. I mean, even though it took me 24 hours the other day, it's a piece of cake. It was fabulous. But when I came 20 years ago, I think I don't know, we did about 10 stops or something.
Yeah, would have been almost, almost by ship. But we were saying as well, I mean, 20 years ago, I thought that you would have come out because you were such a star that I thought you'd have come out and you'd have done Bandstand, which was the big music show here, but you came out just to collect an award.
I came to collect an award and I had to get back to do some other work at home, so I wasn't allowed to stay for very long.
Can you imagine that? I mean, going halfway around the world, the other end of the earth.
It was a bit much.
Jump on a plane and go back home.
Yeah, but it's great to be here this time.
Longer this time, all right.
Yeah,
now,
longer.
You've been voted the best dressed woman in Britain several times. How do you do it? What's the secret?
I don't know. I think I like clothes. I like clothes.
But basic black, not...
Basic black. This is the uniform. I never wear anything but black. It's terrible. I do occasionally. But I like black. Black is a very popular colour in London. And
again, I mean, do you really flit across to New York to do shopping, to go shopping?
Occasionally. Mostly I go to New York, though, to study my yoga and meditation.
All right, we'll talk about that in a moment. OK. But again, I guess to be voted the best-dressed woman in Britain a couple of times, you don't have to be statuesque like Elle because you're quite petite, aren't you?
I'm a midget.
No, petite. Petite is the word I use.
You were being polite. No, I don't know why you get these honours, but it's very nice. That's all I can say.
So how do you stay so fit?
I do yoga.
Okay.
I exercise. I mean, you know, I've been around quite a long time and you have to work hard at it.
Diet?
Yeah, I watch my food. I mean, I don't eat meat. I gave that up. I'm quite careful. I have a sweet tooth, though. I like chocolate.
What about...
Like most women.
So what do you do? What's the secret? I mean, if you just feel like a binge, you binge on chocolate?
Yeah, I have my chocolate moments, yes. Every day.
Every day?
Absolutely. I like chocolate. I can't help it. Is it such a terrible thing? Stop making a big thing out of this.
But I thought you'd say that you binge...
Nothing.
I thought you'd binge... I mean, how can you binge on chocolate and be yours?
Well, I work hard at it. Like I said, I do yoga. I exercise.
Now, the girl from the streets of Glasgow didn't start out doing yoga. I mean, when did you decide that that had something for you?
Yoga. Well, I think, you know, I'm one of those people who you would say had everything. I mean, you know, materially, I have a lovely family. I managed to be successful. But there was something missing in my life, and I decided I wanted to learn to meditate, but I had actually tried since the 60s unsuccessfully. And then I met a great teacher. It's like anything. When you want to learn something, want to learn to do it the best way, you have to find a great teacher. And I met my teacher, Gurumai Chidbalasananda, and that's why I'm in Australia, because that's a picture of Gurumai there. She's going to be here, and there will be programs. She's going to do 10 programs in Sydney and then an intensive over a weekend. And I'm actually going to be doing a program myself, talking about meditation, singing a few little songs on Saturday at Darling Harbour.
Now, you know those who aren't into yoga are sceptical. I mean, what did it do for you?
Yeah, and I can understand. I was too. Well, I think people think of meditation as being something weird that only Indians do, and you have to be a bit of a space cadet. You know, you have to be a bit of a space case. But in fact, we all meditate. We're not necessarily aware that we're meditating, but we do. It's, you know, total focus, total concentration on something. You know how it is when you watch a little baby playing and you just adore them to death, and you're watching them and you're just carried away and you're totally concentrated on them? Well, that's a form of meditation, but it's doing it on the outside. The meditation I do, Siddha meditation, Gurumai has taught me to do, you turn the focus on the inside, and really all of us have this tremendous source of happiness, of steadiness, and of tremendous power within each and every single one of us. And when you turn your focus on the inside and you meditate on that, you're happy all the time.
Is that right?
That's the key. It's
all
the key to life, yeah. All the time. It's good for you, in other words.
That's the answer. So you've done...
You have to do it, Hen. You have to do it.
You've done 2 trips to Australia. The first one is to come collect a prize. The next one is to come and meditate.
That's it. This is obviously the place to be.
You could have done that in London. You could have sat there.
No, not the same way. No, obviously not. You know, it's interesting, you know, that I believe a lot in timing, you know, timing in a person's life. And it's taken me 20 years to come back here, and it was for such a good reason. The first time was to collect an award, which is a good reason, and the next time was to come back to see Gourmet.
I want to talk music briefly with you, but let me say, if you'd like to see Lulu in action, and and if you like meditation as well, you can go along to Darling Harbour this Saturday at the Convention Centre. We've got a number there I think we can put on the screen, have we?
That would be great.
02? No, OK, 3710566. I'm sure you don't have a pen, but if you'd like to ring us or just get in touch with the Darling Harbour Convention Centre, would they have the number? In Sydney for the moment, for that meditation, which is all weekend.
It's, no, just Saturday night, 7:30.
OK.
I'll be doing the programme with my friend Peggy Lipton.
OK, who's going to be on the show tomorrow?
Peggy's coming on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, great, so you can hear more about it.
Tell me about Shout, then. I mean...
Shout?
Yep.
Well...
15-year-old out of Glasgow?
I was 15. It was my very first hit record, and it sort of opened everything up for me. You can imagine a wee Scottish girl from Glasgow and at school, and I have a hit record, and... I mean, I worked with the Beatles, with the Stones.
Jerry and the Pacemakers.
Jerry and the Pacemakers. Jimi Hendrix. I had my own television series for 13 years. I was in the film with Poitier. Everything started to happen, yeah. And I mean, it's an incredible thing.
What did you want to be as a young girl in Glasgow, though? What did you think your life... What were you going to do? What was your career going to be?
I wanted to be a hairdresser.
A hairdresser?
I did. And funnily enough, I married.
You married one instead?
My mother said to me, "Oh, you finally got your own hairdresser, Hen," but it doesn't work like that. He's always too busy to do my hair. Actually, John meditates too, and so does... I have a son. We have a son, Jordan, who's 13, who's coming. Ray, he's coming here on Monday.
Does he meditate too?
He does too, yeah.
And he wants to be a singer?
Well, he's 13, he wants to be everything. He actually said he wants to study law, but he's a very good actor, and he plays piano and he sings. And I said, "Don't you want to be an actor, son?" He said, "Well, to be a lawyer, you have to be a bit of an actor." I think he's pretty cool, don't you?
That seems pretty bright as well. Pretty bright. All right.
I'll sort it out.
We'll take a break. We'll let you clear your tonsils.
They're never clear, my tonsils.
We don't think of you as a rock and roller. Do you think of yourself... Because in Britain, you're known as a rock and roller, aren't you?
Oh, that's where my roots are. All right. Well, I like soul music. Actually, I've got very Catholic taste, but when I started, I was kind of like a punk, you know, a little punk kid. That's how I see myself.
You don't look like a
not
punk.
Here.
Yeah, you don't seem like a punk.
I am. You don't know me.
Is that right? A meditating punk.
That's it.
We'll take a break. We'll come back and Lulu will sing Shout for you. That's after this. Recorded a song back in 1964. One of a whole string of top 10 hits. Would you please welcome now Lulu with Shout.
You know you make me wanna shout.